Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's episode of The Nerd is the Word. I'm Josh.
I'm Jeff.
And well, let's just go ahead and say what's on everyone's mind. We got a lot of stuff that just kind of got thrown in our laps, and they were just like, here, enjoy this, take this. So we're gonna talk
And
about it.
and then DJ Khaled came out of nowhere. Another one. Another one.
Yeah. Yeah, but before we get into everything, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How's everything going over there in the house?
Everything's going good. Now that we know we're actually, and I don't think we told any of you guys, there was a fear that we might have had to move. So we talked to everything. We're gonna end up buying this place. So no having to move. So that's good. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Been playing some games, watching some stuff. I started playing The Forest.
I don't know what that is, but let's hear about it.
It is, I think the best way to describe it is Minecraft without it being blocky. It's
Okay. So it's
yeah,
not
it's
8-bit Minecraft.
no. It's you're on a plane crashes, you're with your son, and I'm going to assume he's a cannibal because if you look at movies or video games and you see someone looking like that, you're like, "Okay, it's a cannibal." He holding your son like, he's holding the son, he's like, "Blah, blah," and then dips. So the whole point of this game is you can build things and then you have to go find your son. Yeah, I've spent 3 days building a camp. Fuck that kid. I'm not worried about that kid right now. I know they're not going to kill him, and here's why. Because it'll say, once you die, you're dead. If you didn't save, you're fucked. And it'll say you survived 3 days. You survived 12 days. I'm at day 27.
All right.
And
That's a lot of days.
it's a lot of days. And nothing's happened with this kid, so I really think that in game I could be on there for 9 years. And that kid will just be down there just like starving, like, "Dad, help me." But like I built a camp with like huge rock walls, a little cabin, a rabbit cage. I have been Walking Deading it up. Oh, and I've been watching Walking Dead. Um Actually, I have a couple of minutes left in the ending of season 8 right now. So slowly but surely getting it killed. Thomas Wayne, yeah, I don't like him in this show. He is not a nice person.
Is that Negan?
Yes, I do not like
Okay.
Negan.
Okay.
Negan, he's funny. He's funny, but also I'm sitting there like, ooh, that's a dick move.
I was
And
trying to
then
figure out I was trying to figure out the Thomas Wayne. I was like, you didn't go with like Mr. Winchester, like that would have given it away too.
yeah, but honestly, Thomas Wayne was the first name that popped in my head because I watched BVS today.
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, Negan, which I do think it's kind of funny that Bruce Wayne's parents are Negan from Walking Dead and Maggie from Walking Dead. I do think it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, wow, okay. That is a thing that's happening now. But other than WandaVision, not really much else. What have you been watching?
Let's see. What movies did we watch for the rest of our? We trying to remember what we left off with last week. I know we've watched Iron Man 3, Guardians 2,
Oh yes.
and I think that puts us like the next movie we have is Ultron.
One of the best Avengers movies. Everyone, not a lot of people like that movie, and I guess it's just because of Joss Whedon. Because let's be honest, he's kind of is a lot of stuff that's come out that he's kind of a dingleberry of a person.
Yeah,
But
makes sense. Yeah.
but even though he is literally a garbage pail kid, I'm not.
There's a
Yeah,
reference.
I know, right? I'm not gonna shit on the fact that Age of Ultron is one of my favorite Avengers movies. I think in my eyes it actually kind of beats Endgame.
Is it James Spader?
That is about 96% of it. The other 4% is language, because that is one of the funniest.
Language.
That's one of the funniest Marvel jokes that they have never referenced again. They referenced it in that movie, and then they just tossed it out the window. Um, Sun's getting real low. That is one of the most beautiful
Yeah.
parts of the Avengers movies. Both times it happens, and I like their version of Quicksilver. I really do. I think their
Okay, yeah.
version of Quicksilver is
even
he's.
though both versions of Quicksilver were in the same movie together in Kick-Ass.
Did you pick up the kick-ass joke in WandaVision?
Yeah, I heard it.
We were sitting there, and she goes, "Kick-ass," and Serena kind of looked at me. I was like, "He was kick-ass in a movie," and she just goes, and then went back to the show like, "Yeah, fuck you." But but yeah, let's But sorry, and not mean to interrupt. Next is Age of Ultron.
Yeah. By the way, you love Age of Ultron for James Spader. You won't watch The Office, which has like 2 seasons of James Spader.
I watched Blacklist. That's a whole series of James Spader. Get on my level, mic drop. Oh, that was loud. I'm sorry, guys. That was very loud. I forgot for a second. Next time I'll just go like this, mic drop, and then just slowly lower it.
No, I must say you need to watch The Office. You got to figure out.
I've put in some great thought on that. I know. I want you to know that I see it. My brother loves that show. It's on Peacock, and I have the free version of Peacock, so I might watch it. But I'm gonna finish Walking Dead first because it actually is a good show. A lot of people, they're like, "Oh, it's a show about zombies." It's not really a show about zombies. It's more of, and my family has heard this speech a billion times because every time they say the show's dumb, it's a zombie show. I'm like, all right, look here. But it's not about the zombies. It's a people story with zombies in the background. It's more of
I'll give it that. Yeah.
what does society come to when you're put in this kind of situation? I know Dawn of the Dead, they've explored that too. But Walking Dead, I think, is probably one of the best interpretations of the zombie story because it's not a whole show about we have to kill zombies. It's a whole show of, yes, there's zombies out there, but there's also them out there. And they want what we have. We want what they have. Are we going to fight them? Are we going to make peace? All that. So, and that's why I like it. There was another show that was kind of like that. It was called Revolution. I think I've talked about this before. And it was one of those Fox shows. So,
is that the one where like the power just went out?
Yeah.
At one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the power went out, and they're trying to figure out why. And it actually is a very good show. The ending of season 2 got fucking weird, and not like oh wow, this is new. It's like, what? I'm looking at my drink like, did someone put something in this? But no, I'm watching Walking Dead because I need to finish it because I started the show when it first came out. I need to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy it's ending before it got insanely dumb, but I also am kind of sad to see it go because it's one of those shows that it's been on TV forever and you never thought it would end, and now that it's ending, you're like, oh, I didn't realize how much I might miss this show until right now, even though there are 9 spinoffs.
So Supernatural
has no spinoffs.
Yeah, but it's a show that's been on TV forever that you never thought was
going
to
to
end.
For, I think it started in 2005. So it's been on for, 16 years? I think.
That's actually a good question. I want to know the answer to that. Oh,
I want to say it was 2005. It's early 2000s. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, 2005. And then what was The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead was 2011 or 2012, I
20,
think.
2010.
2010. Okay.
Yeah, because it was yeah, because I remember people watching it whenever I was in not in high school, but like around the same time.
I remember I went over to my grandfather's house, and my grandfather he's very religious, and there's a lot of things he won't watch. And I walked to he was basically like, Josh, sit down, I have a show I need to show you. I'm like, okay. So I sat down and we watched like 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, and it was amazing. And my sister got my dad for, I don't know if it was a Christmas gift or something like that, or it was just like, hey, you need to watch this thing. She got him the first season on DVD, and he was like, "This is gonna be dumb, but I'm gonna watch it." And me and him sat down and watched. Well, it was only like 6 episodes. First season's the pilot season was only 6 episodes, so we sat there and watched it, and I was hooked for a couple years, and then it kind of I got off of it a little bit, but now I'm kind of hitting the point where I'm like, look, this show's about to end. I'm gonna end with it, or I'm gonna end it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good though.
Yeah, I still need to catch up on Supernatural. That's
I need to as well, and I have literally zero excuse. But
oh yeah, it really was 6 episodes. That's weird.
mhm. Yeah, that's the only show I've ever known to have a 6 episode pilot season.
The Office was very small, actually. Let me
I and I did see the first season. I think it was only like 8 or 9 or something like that.
because it was the first season was basically them doing
The British
the
version.
the British version, and I mean they like episode for episode like just consistently just ripped it off.
Yeah,
It's six, yeah, it was six. I knew it was small like that.
yeah. But I mean, I might go back and watch The Office. I know I got to finish Walking Dead, and I'm probably gonna finish Supernatural too. But
Hmm.
but let's let's go ahead and discuss this episode that we had, which I didn't watch until today for multiple reasons, none of which was avoiding it. It was a lot of, me and Serena had stuff we were doing, had to
Yeah,
make time for that.
you know,
But
life and stuff.
yeah, but I will say though, the other night, I think it was Friday night actually, we went out to my dad's like we usually do every weekend.
Hmm.
And we weren't gonna watch WandaVision because we didn't get back till like we didn't get home till like 1, and we're tired. So I laid in bed. I was like, I'll crank out an episode of Walking Dead. Trying to kill these seasons so I can hurry and get done. Yeah, I watched 5 episodes of The Walking Dead. Went to bed at like 4 or 5, and I was like, I looked at my watch when I finished. I was like, ooh, I fucked up. I fucked up big. And Serena's kind of sitting there like, did you have a fun night last night? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, yeah, you watched Walking Dead until like 5 a.m. I was like, I know.
I know.
But let's go ahead and discuss this because this was of an episode.
Oh yeah.
WandaVision. This was 90s, right?
So it was supposed to be 90s, but they did Malcolm in the Middle, which I believe was 2000.
Yeah.
Like I want to say it started
Either late
in
90s or early 2000s.
it premiered January 9th of 2000. So it's literally like
Yeah.
just
2000.
right there at the beginning of
Yeah.
the new
Well,
millennium.
we were watching it, and Serena knows that they're doing every episode is a different decade. She was like, "Are we already in the 90s?" I was like, "I think so." I was last week the 80s.
Yeah, so it was the 80s, and because like they did Full House, that was like the big one, but there were some others that were in there because like I was trying to see because when did Full House, yeah, because Full House ended in the mid 90s, so like
Yeah,
you could kind of get away with saying that
it
it
was an
was like
80.
an 80s and 90s, Because
Yeah.
like 80s, early 90s really is like the same time, let's be honest. Like it's just like a little bit less neon and a little bit more stripes, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. But
But
yeah.
so it was weird that they really did kind of skip the 90s and just went straight to like Malcolm in the Middle, because like I was trying to figure out the other day, like with some of my friends, that we were on like a Discord call and we were just talking about the show, and we were like, what are they going to do for, because like this is about the time like where we're all like remembering the stuff that, like the
Yeah.
shows that were on, and like some of the, and so we were trying to think of like the 90s, and we were just like throwing out like these different things. Like we were like, I think we had said like what is it, like Boy Meets World was one that got thrown out. um somebody said like that 70s show, but I kind of figured it wouldn't be that one just because like it's talking about like a pastime. They probably
Yeah.
would have touched on that in like the 70s episode. Same with what was it, not, what's the one that had Fred Savage as the kid?
Wonder Years.
Yeah, Wonder. I wanted to say Happy Days. I knew it was something like that. I was like, it's not Happy Days. Wonder
Yeah.
Year. Yeah,
Yeah. I was
Wonder,
Wonder Years.
because that was like a big show, but like all of that was like times that happened in the past, so it was like weird because there weren't that many like 90s shows that took place in the 90s in terms of like that family sitcom. So that's probably why it got skipped, because there was no real defining like 90s family sitcom.
Yeah, and they can't do Fresh Prince because
They're white.
yeah. If you were trying to recreate Fresh Prince with a whole bunch of white people, I would be 38 hot. I'd just be like, look, no, white people, stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
No, but no, Uncle Pietro.
So it was funny that he was still playing like the Uncle Jesse role from like Full House.
Yeah, that was interesting to see of him being the whole, the cool uncle that,
Which
he's probably the uncle that'd be like, come on, man, come on, smoke a little about me. But
because like technically in terms of like Malcolm in the Middle, he was playing like the older brother,
yeah,
but it was like he was playing it as like he still had some of that like Uncle Jesse to him. So it was kind of
yeah,
weird, but
it was a little weird. It didn't feel forced, but it felt kind of, I don't know, like he was kind of making it up as he went along.
yeah.
But let's talk about those costumes for a minute, man.
Oh yeah. Oh god, it's so good.
I
I
was
was
sitting there.
I was very sad that they did literally everybody else's costume but Speed.
Yeah, I noticed that
Like they
too.
they put him in like a Quicksilver outfit, and I was like, but I mean,
Well, I sat there and they're showing the costumes. I was like, "See, that's clever." And Serena's like, "What?" I was like, "She's the comic book version of her. He's the comic book version of him." And then Quicksilver went off. I was like, "And he's the comic book version of him."
I was about to say Wiccan started out the show in the costume, which
Yeah, pretty much.
like I think that was actually the first one that we saw. It was before,
Yeah,
because
because he
like
had
the
like the
camera
headband,
started, yeah, because it had like the little like the sash going across, and because it
which
was
very well.
in true Malcolm in the Middle fashion, like it started with the kid talking to the camera.
Yeah, yeah, but very well done. It didn't feel like it was back to the first two episodes of let's go back to the show. Now it was kind of like you get the mix. I do think it's kind of funny that Woo's email is literally jwoo at fbi.gov. It's not like an intricate thing.
No,
It's like hey, this is me. Here's
yeah,
my card. But I don't know. I liked that town square scene where Quicksilver was talking to Wanda and he was like, how did you do this? Which is like, oh, okay, so he knows. He has
yeah.
the
So it was really weird, right? So it's like he obviously knew, but like I don't think that he's actually Quicksilver.
I don't think he is either, because that would have a lot. They would have a lot of questions to answer if Wanda can just bring people back to life.
Yeah. So
That'll lead to the question of, okay, you can bring Vision to life, you can bring Quicksilver to life. Where's Tony?
So to answer that, she can bring people back, but if you notice, like in the scene later on when Vision is trying to like leave,
Yeah,
and like you see him getting like pulled apart, it's basically saying that literally like when he leaves that bubble, he's going to revert back to whatever he was outside of the bubble.
Yeah, and that was kind of hard to watch, because it was just sad. Because, I know that a lot of people who watched it kind of had a small inkling of hope that after the show's done, Vision's back.
Yeah.
He's going to be flying around. And now it's kind of like, no, kiddo, you're not getting Vision back. He's here just for the show. And then once the show's over, he's gone.
Yeah, it kind of, the show, like this episode was really weird, like that town square scene that you were talking about. It had a lot of like questions that got answers in the show, but it didn't really answer the question.
Yeah.
So there was a scene where they went back and forth asking them like what happened to their accents. And
yeah,
so like the question was answered, but it was like it never really got an answer. They talked about how magically there's like a bunch of kids here now, seeing as how there was literally 0 kids the entire rest of the show.
Yeah, and Vision
and it got like a joke answer, and we still never really got an answer.
Yeah, so I think that we're watching Wanda break. And I know I've said that a couple of times, but with the ending of that episode, with her just like expanding the bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and she just opens her eyes, she's like, had to do what I had to do. Didn't see what happened to Darcy, which upsets me, because
I think they're leaving that for like a surprise.
Yeah, because, and I think I've made this pretty known with how much I love Darcy. I will fight every Disney exec in the Thunderdome if anything happens to Darcy. Okay, hey Disney, you hearing me? Let's go. Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Okay, Mel Gibson, Joe bald head.
Look, okay, that was obviously Dane Cook in Waiting, and I do not appreciate you not picking that one up.
I mean, Dane Cook's alright.
Yeah, did you ever see the whole why he's not really doing much? I mean, he's still doing things, but he's nowhere near what he was, like, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, I was about to say that was like my high school time and like a little bit after.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was talking about, he had all these Hollywood flops, and it was like, yeah, all of his movies sucked.
Yes.
Except for
I was about to say Employee of the Month was pretty good.
that one was good, and Good Luck Chuck was actually was that the one where he was like just fucking everybody?
Yes.
That one was actually kind of funny, and my favorite part of that movie is when he comes home and the chick sitting on his couch goes, "I got these edible underwear, but you might not want to eat them after how long I've been waiting here." Every time I watch that, I cry. I laugh so hard. But no, yeah. But
I'm curious to see what kind of big reveal they have for Darcy, because they showed everybody else and what they turned into.
except
They
her.
never showed Darcy.
Which
Now, would I be excited if the fact that she was like handcuffed to the car, they turned her into Knight Rider? That'd be hilarious if she became.
that would be amazing. I would be a tiny little bit pissed because Darcy, she's not where I need her. But if she was kind of like a smart ass kit, 100%, I would buy that for my car. Just so Darcy can trash talk me while I'm driving. Just like, did you ever hear the Waze app?
Yeah, you can get like I remember seeing something where it's like you can get like what Christopher Walken and like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, and they stopped it in October, but they had for a little while where you could get Batman and the Riddler, and it was Kevin Conroy Batman. I
Oh,
would put on the nav to go 2 minutes down the road
just to hear his voice. Got it. Yeah.
just to hear turn left. And I was like, yes, Batman,
Whatever you say, Batman.
stop. Whatever you say, buckle up. I'm doing it. But anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say like I think it's very fitting that like the only people that made it out of there were Wu, Monica Rambeau, and for the most part, because there was like a couple dudes with him,
Yeah.
but like the acting director, what's his name?
Yeah, which him kind of an asshat. I'm not digging him. I dug him in the beginning. Now there's less shovel work happening. I'm not digging him.
It's weird because I can't tell if he's like a true villain or if he's just like an antagonist. I cannot tell.
Neither can I. And at first, it did kind of feel like he was doing what he thought was best to save lives, and now it's kind of like, oh, you're a garbage person.
I'll say it. He's a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Those are Agent Wu's your words, not mine.
Yeah. Did you hear the first, I think it's the first official Marvel fuck? Darcy said it.
No, 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 no. When she went into the bubble, she turned it into fudge.
Did she?
It
I
was
guess I
all
got
fudge.
I didn't catch it. I gotta go back. I sat there and I looked at her and I was like, did she just say fuck? And she went,
Do
I
you
was like,
think they're giving that to anyone other than Deadpool or Samuel L. Jackson? Come on now.
sorry. Look, those are the two people that you think they're gonna give it to. Boom, Darcy gets it, and everyone's
No.
pissed. They're like,
She said fudge. It was like a whole Christmas story. Only he didn't say fudge.
you said the F dash 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 word, which and
It's like we just got done watching Guardians 2. It's like, what did he say? He said, "Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy." Except he didn't say frickin'.
that is my favorite movie. But no, and I will hold true. And if my sister watches this, sorry. I hate A Christmas Story with the fury of 1,000 men. I hate A Christmas Story. I hate A Christmas Story more than the writer of Game of Thrones hates happiness. I will not be budged on this.
Okay.
That is I would rather get thrown out of a helicopter at 100 miles an hour than
Oddly
watch
specific, but go on.
oddly specific. Reminds me of that meme of when Mace Windu goes to see
Oh. And he's like, what if she was already pregnant and she was about to give birth? He's like, that's an oddly specific request, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, that is my favorite one. But no, so let's talk about the fact that we actually got a clip from Age of Ultron in here, which I think that's the first time in the series we've had anything that showed past Marvel things, I believe. Other than the Marvel intro?
Yeah, I think that was because we saw the flashback of
Yeah.
the MCU Quicksilver getting shot.
Yeah. And that I was kind of like, okay, little hat tilt there to who is it? Aaron Johnson,
Yeah.
who phenomenal actor, by the way.
We also, so that actually brings me one of the reasons that I don't think it's actually the real like Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
One of the like he keeps bringing up like things that happened in their past that like Wanda doesn't remember.
Yeah,
Which
that's what I was thinking too.
Which one of them was literally about a herring, like a red herring in a book.
Yeah, I picked that one up.
Because he gave her a herring, and he would be red because he's Mephisto. Hashtag I stand by this theory. It's a literal red herring.
Well, that and
even the opening scene where it's like the kids are talking about him like while he's asleep on the couch, but like he wakes up like oddly just in time to hear what they're saying about him, but
Yeah.
then pretends to be asleep, even so far as going to snore with his eyes open.
Yeah. That was a lot. It kind of makes you wonder what who I can never remember her name. The nosy neighbor chick.
Oh,
What's her?
Agnes.
Yeah, because when Vision did the whole thingy to her, flicked her temple, and she was not evil or anything. She sounded like she was like a citizen.
She was
So
faking.
that oh well, that's what I was thinking. She'd either be faking it, or even she doesn't remember, even outside of the Wanda shit.
Well, so you can tell that she's faking it because everybody else that was around her was literally caught in like a time loop
Yeah, and then she kind
or
of
just like physically not moving. Whereas suddenly she was the only one that had some movement and just so
yeah.
happens
I
to be
picked
the one
up on that
person
too. I picked
Vision
up on
would
that too.
recognize.
I did feel like that was a little odd. Of everyone else is kind of just like, and then she's sitting there like, I made a wrong turn. It's like, did you? Did you really? Or were you leading him here? You were leading him here. You go somewhere.
I don't think that she was necessarily leading him there. I think that she was just putting herself in a place where she was following him and put herself in a place where he would find her.
That could, the only reason why I say that she was leading him there was because if he gets curious enough, which he did, and he decided he's just gonna take a walk and get sucked back in, like rip apart and all that,
Mm-hmm.
he'll come back and he he'll be at a point where he knows, and now he's ready to do something, and I think that's going to cause a lot of grief with Wanda, and that's just going to keep these wheels a turning.
Yeah,
Keep us.
I'm curious to see the next episode because now we know that he knows that there's something outside of Westview, right? But
Yes.
now he has to go confront Wanda about it, which
Yeah.
she was already worried about where he was really going.
Yeah. And now I wonder if they're even gonna acknowledge what Quicksilver said about your dead husband can't die a second time. And then she kind of just like told him to fuck off with her
Mhm.
hands and red misty stuff, magic.
Mhm.
But but no, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I don't think that's really Pietro. I think yeah, Mephisto, 100%, 100%. It's got to be. And if it's not, it is in my mind. So well, but no, we have a lot of questions that still need to be answered.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get some answers, like some real answers in this next
You only
episode.
have to, you
Which
only have to.
yeah, and all of them are supposed to be an hour long, so they're gonna be
And
like legit
thank,
episodes.
thank Christ, because I'm tired of these short ass TV episodes.
Well, so the last couple have actually been a little bit longer.
You can probably hear Boudreaux snoring. he's he's passed out. But yeah, they have been a little longer, but I need a full hour of just straight on
Well,
story.
so I'm hoping that it's an hour worth of story, not an hour with like 15 minutes of credits
Which
at the.
that's what it was
But I mean,
like.
I'll take a 45-minute episode. Like
I'll take a 45-minute episode all day long.
that's basically like an episode of Arrow. I'm here for it.
Yeah. But and every time, and I keep thinking there's gonna be more episode every time it does the ending credits, I'm like, are we gonna get an end credit scene? And then I go, no, we're not gonna get an end credit scene. We're probably gonna get one in the last episode though.
Yeah, I would feel like maybe like the last episode might get one just because it's technically like at that point they would be probably setting up whatever because I think Spider-Man comes out next, right? In terms of timeline because I know
I
that Black Widow I think comes out first technically, but
I
I
believe
think that
so. I think
timeline it was like Spider-Man.
yeah, I think it goes Spider-Man then Doctor Strange. But yeah, so WandaVision has left us
Confused.
wanting more, suckling from the Disney teat,
Yes.
if you will. But, we have other things that will help us pass the time during.
Not to be outdone, DC came out with a bang.
Didn't they, though? Look, me and Serena had a great Valentine's Day, but Uncle Zach gave me something that. Usually, when uncles give you something on Valentine's Day,
You don't want
it
to.
doesn't. Yeah, it ends in the ding 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 way, But
That was a terrible rendition of that music, but okay.
yeah, it's not like I knew a dude that actually had it on his phone and he'd play it just for and that person was me back in high school.
Lord.
I had it on my phone.
I can't lie. I had the Old Spice, the Old Spice whistle as my text message tone.
But no, yeah, Uncle Zach gave us a great Thanksgiving shit. I'm tired.
All right, Uncle Zach, let's move back to today.
I know, right? Uncle Zach gave us a great Valentine's Day gift. And in said Valentine's Day gift, we got to see Leto Joker.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you're not gonna hear me bitch about this Joker.
I loved it.
I love with the whole. Isn't that right?
All like 4 of them, but yes, every second.
Yeah. Isn't that right? Batman. And I was like,
Batman.
And
it was
he
was emulating the Heath Ledger Joker, and I appreciated
it.
He
was, and I don't think you're gonna hear anyone shit on Leto's Joker after this. Maybe the Suicide Squad Joker, yes. But I don't think anyone's gonna have a bad thing to say about this Joker.
Yeah, like so that was like one of the like the only complaints that I really had about the Suicide Squad movie. It had nothing to do with the actors. It was all just like the writing and like the directorial choices. Like I thought that all the actors did a good job with what they were given. I just thought that what they were given was crap.
Yes, and Leto's Joker, I will go ahead and say, it is not his fault. That's the way they told him to play it. And I get that every actor does throw their own little mix into it. But at the end of the day, he was being directed by somebody. They were saying.
Like he said they were basically tell him to act like this. And then it was his job to interpret how that would sound.
Yes.
But he was still being told to, like, he was given like this to be like, okay, so this is what we want. You do kind of with that what you will.
Yeah.
And what they gave him was just a load of crap.
Yes, they gave him hot garbage. Well, and it's like Heath Ledger's Joker. They gave Heath Ledger the darkest Joker comics to be written. And they're like, look, this is what we're looking at. Read this, give your own spin on it. And that's why Heath Ledger is one of the best Jokers.
Yeah. It fit the movie itself.
Yes.
In terms of the fact that it was like that whole series was like super duper dark.
It was very dark, and it was more, I don't want to say realistic, but fact-based, I guess, factually based. There wasn't a dip in acid. It looks like Joker might have been, a vet. He might have been a master criminal or something,
Yeah.
Bane wasn't just a fucking dude with venom going. He was a bodybuilder. He was big. He was huge.
He was big. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
I still that is the one part of that version of Bane I didn't like, was the whole, hello, Batman. It was,
I want you to die.
Yeah. Because if you look at the comics, Bane was Spanish. He was very smart, and he was smart in Nolan's movies. But that's part of the reason why I can't watch Batman and Robin, because they're
that one.
Yeah,
there's a lot of problems with that movie.
Yeah, their Mr. Freeze was horrible. Their Poison.
Don't give me horrible. It was just the wrong kind of movie. That Mr. Freeze would have been great. Listen, that Mr. Freeze would have been great had he have appeared in like the Adam West Batman movie.
Yeah, okay, yes.
He was
But
very campy. He's
Schwarzenegger
not
is
bad.
Schwarzenegger is not the person who, when I watch anything with Mr. Freeze, I go, "Yo, Arnie." I go, "Hey, anyone but him."
No, no.
But they're Mr.
If we're
Freeze.
talking about casting like an Adam West Mr. Freeze, and you're
Oh, for
like,
an
oh,
Adam West?
you
Yes.
need somebody that can give you a one liner and it's always hilarious. Sure, Arn, let's go.
Chill out. Ugh.
Remember when I said I would kill you last? I lied.
I lied. Every time I hear "I lied," all I can think about is those new Darth Vader memes. Have you seen them?
Ooh, I can't say that I have. A meme that I've missed.
It's from the games and Star Killer, and be like, my dog, for example, on Star Killer, be like, you said you'd stay away, and it was the vet with scissors. I lied. They are so funny, and it's so dumb, but it's like, because Vader literally just goes, "I lied," like it's a comedy movie. But no, I mean,
Or one of my favorite Arnold one liners when in The Running Man when he kills the dude with the saw and he goes and they're like, what happened to this guy? He's like, oh, he had to split. And because he literally like chopped him in half with like a chainsaw.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is great, great, great with one-liners.
Yes, so put him in the Adam. He would have been a great Adam West Mr. Freeze. But based on like what those movies were, not so much.
Because they weren't dark. They weren't as dark as the Nolan movies, but they were dark for their time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was because Nolan's movies are very actions and consequences.
Yeah.
You put on the Batman costume, therefore the chick you want to nail is dying now.
Yeah, that's about how that goes.
And the like 80s and 90s ones weren't really consequences and actions. It was more of,
I mean, to be fair, like a lot of the women in his life seem to always get captured for some reason.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
In those Tim Burton ones. It just wasn't like I think that's just like a Batman thing, not necessarily.
Yeah, but they just I guess they just didn't read any. I will say their Joker was very good. Jack Nicholson Joker for that era.
Oh yeah.
He tapped the Killing Joke very well. His costume was cut and dry. The Brian Boland, however you say his last name, comics. I mean,
let's say sign me up for the new and improved Joker products. Like, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Jack Nicholson probably should have lost about 15 pounds because if chubby Joker came towards me, I'd walk fast, and he really couldn't catch me. But no, Jack Nicholson did a great job, and even Uma Thurman, she did a pretty good job as. I mean, it wasn't.
No, stop it! Don't try and defend it.
It wasn't great.
Don't defend it any bit.
I'm gonna defend it a tiny bit, and hear me out.
I hated that suit.
Oh, I hated it without a doubt. But her version of Poison Ivy was not as bad as their version of Bane.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because Bane is, in the books, he's very smart. He's tactical. He's, he knows what he's doing. And that is like a servant or like a, just a do boy.
Yeah. It was basically like they treated him like a pet.
Yeah. And it was kind of like, do you guys not know Bane? I mean, what I would love to see in the future is the story where Bane and Bruce Wayne are brothers. Like,
ooh, okay.
There was a storyline. I can't remember what year it came out, but it was Bane was trying to be good. He was trying to cut all ties. He was trying to get off Venom and all that. And he learned that his mother had relations with Thomas Wayne. So he went through all this thinking him and Bruce Wayne are blood, they're family and all that. And then, which spoilers if you haven't read the story, but it turns out they're not, and Bruce is like, here's a small fortune. Go out and find who your father is. He's like, if you need anything, I will help you. And even I think when Batman died was the same kind of timeline because Bane wanted to become Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted Dick Grayson, like, I'm doing it. And he was like, okay. He was like, you won't have a problem from me. I'm good. He's like, I'm sure Bruce told you, all that. And Dick flies away or shoots whatever the hell you want to say. And he was like, God be with him. Bane is one of the best Batman villains.
Yeah.
Because he's good. Sometimes he's very good. And the other times he's bad. But he's smart. And he's cold-blooded as hell. And Joel Schumacher was like, dumb. But no, back to the trailer.
Yeah, so that scene actually brought, like, just thinking about the Uma Thurman, it brought about the third worst thing about that movie. The rubber lips.
I forgot about that, and you let me remember.
I'm surprised you didn't ask me what the first two were.
Well, I was more concerned about the third one. What are the first two? Shit.
Those should be obvious. Bat nipples and bat credit card.
Yeah, that is true. Never leave home without it. Fuck you.
Obvious plug, but okay.
Yeah. But no, I hate it. Rubber lips. Chris O'Donnell can go fucking just for that scene alone. Great actor.
You know he had like that. You know that wasn't him. Come on now.
Yeah, true.
Somebody wrote that line. He didn't come up with that himself.
Yeah. I hate it, and even in Batman Forever, every time I watch him, when they're walking on holy fake rocks. Like, what? The fake rock is holy. It's like
that was just an obvious like homage to
rope
to the Adam West.
Yes, but no, this trailer
was only Batman. Look at what the Penguin did.
Yeah, Burt Ward. But no, like this trailer.
It was like that whole part of the show.
This trailer was 8 layers of beautiful. It was a layer cake, and every cake I wanted to eat.
I was about to say we got to see a lot of Darkseid, like a lot more than just like the one picture that we got the last time.
We got to see a lot of Darkseid. We got to see a lot of Steppenwolf,
with and without the armor.
Who I like this look, but if you do look at the comics, his look is a little bit more like Joss Whedon's because he looks like an everyday man. But I'm down for the new look 100% because he looks like I wouldn't fight him. I'd have to shoot him. I'd have to. There's not a prayer in hell. If he was like, fight me, I'd be like, he said fight him. That's cute.
Call an ambulance. But not for me.
But no. And the Batmobile?
It was like a bat tank.
Yeah, the Dark Knight Returns Batmobile. That was straight out of Dark Knight Returns. And I know we talked about this before. Carrie Kelly might be in there. Not as Robin, but as kind of like a foot soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they've confirmed that Carrie Kelly's in there. So,
I mean, so is everybody else, to be fair. But
yeah, but Carrie fucking Kelly, not a character I thought I would see in this movie. Which makes you wonder, what else are they hiding? Because there's got to be more characters that's going to be in this movie. They didn't show all.
Honestly, probably like a Lantern.
That's what I was thinking. It's probably going to be either Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart. Or even if it is Guy Gardner, who I can't stand, give me a Green Lantern.
They like I feel like that was part of the like the original trailer
Yeah.
that like through the like back when it was still part of like Zack Snyder was still the one that was show running it, and like
Yeah.
those first trailers were coming out. It was like one of the scenes that was like in the trailer but got cut from the movie for some reason.
Yeah.
And like I feel like it was going to be a lantern, and they just completely threw it away.
Yeah. Hell,
Because
even
speaking of like scenes that were actually in the movie though, did you see like when it showed Steppenwolf like hitting the ground whenever he was like fighting the Amazonians?
in the
Like
beginning.
yeah,
Wait.
and like it shows him like hitting the ground and like the ground just like going like crazy and there's like sparks everywhere.
Yeah.
That was a shot for shot scene from the one that we got. It was just like it was like Zack Snyder's like powered up version.
Did,
Like this is
did
what it was supposed to look like, and then you can see what you got, and it's like you can put them like it's shot for shot the same scene.
well,
It's just
he
more
did
CGI.
say he did say there's a lot of he said that there's not going to be any footage from the original Justice League, which I don't entirely believe.
I feel like he's not going to reuse a shot, but I feel like the shots there were some shots that they used that were his shots that he's going to like restore to what he wanted, and it's probably going to be what.
Do you, Zachy? Do you?
Yeah,
Because
oh my god, it looks so good.
You know what you're doing. If you look, and I'm sure he won't watch this, but hey, Zack Snyder. Okay? Hey, hi, Josh, one of your friends. Look, I know the movie's done, but you got a couple. You 8 March 18th?
16th, I think, but yeah.
Look, it doesn't matter. Okay, you still got a little bit of time. Either Kyle Rayner, Jon Stewart, or Hal Jordan. Give them to me, Big Papa. Okay.
Yeah, a lantern would fit very well because like we got a lantern in the actual movie, but all that you saw was it was like the pass battle, and like you just see like a lantern, whoever it was, just like die, and then the ring like fly off.
You got to see the ring go to whoever's the next heir. So give us a Green Lantern, which I feel like that's I don't think that's an impossibility. I think that's what we're getting
in a movie titled Justice League. No.
Yeah, 100%.
It's kind of like on the nose there, like he was in the Justice League.
It's right here. It's right here. Everyone sees it, but it's
just like maybe we get like the full look at like a Martian Manhunter too.
We are.
Yeah, because like I know that they've confirmed it, but it's like they confirmed like I don't know if they confirmed the Martian Manhunter or like John Jones.
No, they said that the Martian Manhunter is going to be in there as full Martian Manhunter. They did mocap. It's
perfect. Love to see it.
So, look, Serena told me the other day. She was like, "I'm not going to watch a 4-hour movie." I was like, "Didn't ask you."
I will.
It's like I don't recall asking you to watch this with me at all. Actually, I don't remember that thought even passing through my mind. Because you're going to say, I don't want to watch it. I'm going to say, you got a bedroom with a TV? Look, the TV in our bedroom is for watching TV in the bedroom, getting ready to go to sleep.
Shocker there. Whoa. Newsflash. TV in the bedroom for watching TV in the bedroom.
The living room TV is for movie premieres, is for watching stuff for the podcast, and occasionally is for some weird stuff. I'm just kidding. No.
Some weird stuff. I've seen the movies you like. Some of it's weird.
But yeah, so Justice League trailer gonna be beautiful. And I think right now it's either it's the first or the second highest trailer with view watches that Warner Brothers has put out lately.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I can believe it.
Either lately or like in the past couple years or something like that. Mm-hmm. Because I think it goes either Justice League, then Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, and then Justice League, and then the Batman is the third. Yeah. And let's be honest, most of that is me. I have watched that trailer 1,000. I'm watching about 1,000 times.
March is going to be so exciting.
March is going to be very exciting, and I can't
because that's because we get that. we'll have. I think the finale for WandaVision will be in March. So, because it's
Check. We have 3 episodes, correct?
2 weeks after Friday.
Yeah, we have this Friday. Yep, March 5th is going to be the final WandaVision episode.
So, you'll have the WandaVision finale. You're going to have Zack Snyder's Justice League, Kong versus Godzilla. When does Falcon and Winter Soldier start in March or April?
March, I believe. Let me. You pulling it up or am I?
I got it.
Okay. I want to say it's March, like March 20 something.
Because I couldn't remember if it was March or if it was March 19th.
March 19th. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was either a 20 or it was a team.
Yeah, so that's Falcon and Winter Soldier to go along with that. So now we're at 4.
Yeah, we're going to have. Look, ladies and gentlemen, March is going to be a busy month. So if we don't post things all the time on the Facebook, give us a second because we have literally a truckload of stuff hitting us. We got Falcon Winter Soldier.
So that would be 2 weeks after WandaVision ends. We get Falcon.
Yes. Yeah, I think they're going to give us a little bit of recovery time because I think that the ending.
It's about the same amount of time that we got between like Soul and the then between like Mando and the Soul premiere. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a couple of weeks of or 2 weeks of recovery time.
It's literally 14 days. So
yeah, so we're gonna get 2 weeks of recovery time because I'm pretty sure that the ending of WandaVision is gonna have us just 8 layers of screwed up.
Yeah, because then we don't get Black Widow until May.
Yeah. But good thing is we'll have something to talk about that entire time because March 5th is the last episode of WandaVision. The week after that will probably be us just having theories of Falcon Winter Soldier and all that, and then we get Justice League and everything else. So
yeah, and then
it'll be 1 week of nothing really new, and then a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to see when they. Yeah, so it is Spider-Man because I was trying to see if we were getting anything between. Because in the Loki show, so we get Loki and Black Widow in May.
Okay, yeah.
So we get nothing for April except for whatever is left of like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure April is going to be like a. We dumped a lot of stuff on you. Smoke a cigarette, chill out for a minute. Which, let's be honest, a lot of that will be me rewatching Justice League again because I don't see them putting Justice League as just a month thing.
Oh, and then we get actually I was wrong. It is not Spider-Man that comes out next movie-wise.
What is it?
As of 5 days ago, this was posted that said they expect the Shang-Chi release date to be July the 9th.
Okay, cool.
So we get a summer release too. And then Spider-Man is December.
I'll go watch it. I've never been a big Shang-Chi fan.
I forgot about Love and Thunder as well.
Oh, when does that come out?
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like that one's 2022. So we're going to get like that. Doctor Strange.
Damn you, Taika Waititi. Making me wait.
Yeah, maybe the...
Taika is the running director on that, correct?
For Love and Thunder, I believe.
I want to say I heard it was Taika. Which Taika can make anything he wants to, and I'll watch it.
Well, I want to see when. Ooh, and then we get the Eternals movie has been pushed back to November of this year because it actually was supposed to come out 5 days ago, if no COVID.
Man.
And then you said
you know what I've noticed? I don't remember. I really don't remember much before COVID. I really don't. I do remember.
It's Taika Waititi that's the director for that.
I figured Taika can honestly. He can make anything, and I'll watch it. Have you watched that? What We Do in the Shadows?
No. Wait, is that the vampire movie
Yeah, that's the yeah. I
with
think it
like
wasn't a
Johnny
movie.
Depp?
No, that was Dark Shadows.
Oh, okay.
This was.
Then
I
no.
want to say it was a movie first, and then they just made it into like a TV show for FX. It's like a vampire comedy show. It is so funny, and Taika is the showrunner, or not the showrunner, the director, I think, writer, and all that.
Yeah.
And the dude,
Yeah, because I wanted to watch the Jojo Rabbit movie, but I didn't ever.
I didn't watch that. I
I
never got.
still haven't got it. I think it's on HBO Max.
I think so too. I haven't gotten the chance to watch it. Um, it kind of seemed a little silly, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know.
Wait a minute. Wait. Taika Waititi was in the Green Lantern movie?
Yeah, he was Hal's best friend.
Huh.
He was the guy that when Hal's put on the ring, he's like ring finger and flips him off and just puts the ring on his finger.
See, now I'm mad because the guy that writes for like the Arrowverse is the one that wrote that movie, and I never realized that.
Berlanti?
Berlanti was one of the writers on that Green Lantern movie.
You hear that John Diggle is apparently a Green Lantern, or is a Green Lantern? Good.
Was he going to be like were they using him as like Jon Stewart?
I don't know if they're going to use him as Jon Stewart or a different Lantern. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. I just heard little whispers in what was the 21 Jump Street thing? There was whispers in the Twitter sphere. That is my favorite. I love that video of Ice Cube saying things angry. And all I need is a good book, a warm books, a good book. Give me some pumpkin bisque. And I'm just like, say anything. Be in every Marvel movie for 5 seconds. Not to replace a Stan Lee cameo, because that needs to be Deadpool.
Yes.
But I'm going to go ahead and implement this right now, and it is law. If I had a Judge hammer, I'd hit it. One Ice Cube cameo in every Marvel movie where he says outrageous things with a straight angry face.
I mean, I just want that in every movie now. Like, let's be honest.
I need something to happen with Bubbles, and it's like
that's it. That's the whole cameo.
That's the whole cameo. Is him saying Bubbles as angry as he can say it, and I will give them every single paycheck I make until I die. And then when I die, my will say, Disney gave me what I wanted, all my money goes to them.
Oh, sweet Lord.
It's great. I'm happy. But no, yes, so we have a lot of things coming, man. A lot of things coming on the horizon, and we just gotta grab it and make it ours. And by make it ours, I mean we have to wait patiently until Disney deems us worthy to watch said things.
It's about right, yeah. Disney and HBO.
Because here's the thing, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to Disney. If you make me wait weekly for all these damn shows,
they're going to.
And they will, but I'm still going to write a strongly worded letter that is both kind of praising them and making them goof troop, and also letting them know, look, we're not going to take it
anymore.
I'll pull a Ready Player One. I'll get the boombox, and I'll just play. That is my favorite part of that movie.
I mean, I was going Twisted Sister, but sure.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you were going to say that you were going to get like the full outfit, and
oh no, I'm not going to get the full outfit, because it won't look right on me. It looks right on them. Let them do it. But no, that's my favorite part of Ready Player One, when he's sitting there with the radio just playing, and it's just like, that's how you do it. That's how you let people know that you're not going to take it anymore.
What is my favorite part about Ready Player One? now I'm just trying to think. Like I I really don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I saw it when it first came out, and then I watched it the other day, and I was like,
Yeah, because
man,
there's like
good.
so many good scenes that it's like I can't tell which one is like my favorite.
Yeah.
Um, because there's like so many good like Easter eggs. There's so many good. Like it's
Yes.
hard to pick like a favorite thing. I mean, if I had to, it would be no. Yeah, if I had to, it would be a Gunpla fighting Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
If I had to just like pick something off the top, like Gunpla fighting like a Gundam versus Mega. Oh my god, that was just so like I never thought that would ever happen, but it did.
Yeah, that was quite beautiful. But unfortunately, we've come to the ending of our show, where you have to wait another week to see our beautiful faces and hear our
Just like
beautiful,
with WandaVision.
just like with WandaVision. All right, we're gonna Disney you.
Just like the end credit scene with Captain America. Patience is a virtue.
Okay, yeah, you win. You win. You win.
Thank you.
But you know, we thank you all for watching as you do. Keep the views going up, man.
Mhm.
We have a lot of stuff we want to that we have planned for you that we want to do. Right now, we can't do anything because the office isn't done. But the second the office is done, we'll we'll start working on those watch alongs and all that.
And by The Office is done, I mean I'm refusing to go over there until he finishes The Office, the television series.
100%, 1,000% actually. But
that's not actually what it is, but I'm adding that to the list.
but all good things must come to an end, and this episode must come to an end. So, anything else you want to add, my friend?
uh, just waiting to see what we get to talk about next week.
I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Until next week, then, I'm Josh.
I'm Jeff.
Thank you all for your continued support. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next week, this nerd is the word. May the force be with you.
And this is the way.